Welcome back, friends. It's the Halfass Crafter. I'm Laura, the Halfass Crafter. You guessed it. It's time for another Advent calendar day. Are you excited? I hope so, because I'm excited for this one. Let's see what day it is. It's day 17. Okay, that was my mouth horn. Yep, my very own. Carry it with me everywhere I go. All right, so I know you're going to be terribly surprised when I tell you I got a stencil. I feel like Charlie Brown. I got a rock. No, I'm just kidding. The stencils are great. So I got a stencil, and it is like beach themed, sea themed, whatever. And I realize I have this Paper Elements book, which is so fish-sticated. So it's got some beachy, sea, ocean vibes. So when I saw this, as you know, I'll look at this beforehand and be like, do I need to figure out something to do, or, can I figure it out as I go? And when I found this one, I thought, well, there's a few ways that I could do this, right? So it's got, if we look at it, it's got like the two fish. Here, maybe we can, no, that's not gonna work. I need like a black piece of paper, not have one. So we've got a swirl, we've got some waves, we've got two fish, a jellyfish, a dolphin, some bubbles, and some coral. So I wasn't sure what to do. And then I realized I have this, which is actually by Jane Davenport. It's Joyful Gesso. She calls it a velvet-based paint. And this is Blitheful Blue. And I love it. And so what I thought was, what if I paint this whole card using this? And velvet base paint, it just means that it dries extremely matte. It's almost like a chalk paint. So it's like gesso, right? And so I was like, yeah, let's cover this whole thing with this blue. And then I have this white pigment ink pad, and I did attempt to, paint the tag blue, put this down, and try to pull up with a baby wipe the stencil, the paint through the stencil, and that didn't work. It looked terrible. So what I did instead was I was like, well, wait, I have white pigment ink. And so I used that to see if I would get the look I was going for. And then I thought I could do all of this on camera. But let me tell you, first off, I had to wait for this stuff to dry. And then I just sat there and did this over and over and over again, because I'll show you in a minute what it looks like. So I'm not going to do that part on camera. And I know you're like, so you're not going to use the stencil on camera? No, because let's be really fair. Using a stencil, I'm not doing anything special with it. It can get a little boring. So by the magic of television, my tag is now complete. So here's what I did, and you can see how I layered things on top of other bits. So I put coral down at the bottom. There's some swirls on here. One thing that I did do was I used both sides of the stencil. So that's how I have a dolphin going this way, and then I have a dolphin going that way, and I've got a jellyfish, this way, and a jellyfish that way. And my coral, I overlapped it just a little bit this way, and then I flipped it over and I went this way. So, I switched my fish around. I used both sides to just get like a whole, very subtle sea background. Because I didn't want to make it too bold and contrasty like our last tag came out, because if you remember that tag, the background was a bit too bold and I probably should have toned it down. So this one, I was going with being a bit chill. So this is how it came out. I'm sorry that I didn't use the stencil with you, but really it would have been like another 50-minute video of me going, well, I guess should I put it, well, let's put this over, there wasn't much to it. So we're just gonna skip to the good part. That's what you're here for anyway, right? All right, so we have our tag. It's a lot of fun. I will say I do like this Joyful Gesso paint. As you can see, it's super matte because it's like a gesso. And it is really, really nice. I really like it. So what I have here is I went through the book already and I pulled out some little bits that I wanted to play with to see what I could come up with. And I think I have come up with the most whimsical, fun thing ever. So let me show you what I have. So I've got some little starfish that I think we should put in the background. I do have a little octopus I don't know if I'm going to use. So I want some starfish in the background, and then, oh, some of these are not part of this. Okay. And then I have this like kelp or seagrass. Oh, this doesn't belong either. Hang on. Let me put some of these things back that don't really belong. Come on. Work with me here. Okay. And then I have some more sea stars or starfish. So we could do like that. And then I have all of this coral, which I thought, well, this would be fun, right? Because let's put this over here. So the coral will be fun. I was thinking I could put this back here. Maybe that could go there. And then I could have maybe like that and that, something like that, right? And then I was like, oh, I have this octopus. And so I was like, well, do I want to put the octopus like in here? So like, I think I would cut out his little ink puddle. I don't know. I mean, I get it, but I don't really get it. Not sure that I'm with the ink puddle. And so I was like, well, you know, maybe I have this little octopus doing that. That's kind of cute, right? Oh, you know what? I could put a couple of sea stars down there to complete that little cluster. You know what? Let's just do that. Let's just build this cluster right now. We're doing it. And I'm going to use my art glitter glue because I'm not certain that a glue stick would stick to this gesso paint because while it is a gesso, it's still acrylic. And I'm afraid that the glue stick would just pull the paint right up. So I don't really want to chance it if I don't have to. Handy dandy scraper, because we love the scraper tool that Marcee sent us. Oh my gosh, do we ever love it? And then I'm gonna do this. Come on, you can do it. There's one. The beauty of getting glue on your hands is that it's easy to pick up all of your little bits and pieces. I am having so much fun making these little tags and, you know, cards or whatever. I know that last week I was like, these videos are not doing well and it's so weird, you know, but this week I'm just like, I don't even care about that because I'm having so much fun that it just doesn't even matter. So whatever. The algorithm likes what it likes, I guess. And who am I to tell the algorithm what to like or not like, right? Right. So just not even gonna worry my pretty little head about it. All right, then let's see. I thought I had, no, I guess I didn't have more than one of these. I mean, there's probably more in that book, but, well, let's see what is in the book. Let's see. I think this, there they are. Oh, I kind of like this. Let's take this out. And I know that not everybody's going to have these Art by Marlene books. I mean, I wouldn't have them unless someone gifted them to me. But I do want to say, you know, I wish this was going the other way. I do want to call out that, you know, you can use your stickers. You don't have to have an Art by Marlene book like I do. You can absolutely use stickers. You can use fussy cuts from magazines. Like there's a lot of different, you know what? I don't like that. There's a lot of different choices that you can use. So don't feel like you have to use these Art by Marlene bits. You can use whatever works for you, whatever you have. I'm using the Art by Marlene bits because I have them, as it turns out. So, all right, and then I want to figure out, yeah, that's going to slide back in there. Okay. But now that I've done this with these Art by Marlene bits, I'm like, you know, I have a lot of stickers, and I thought I could totally do tags like this with my stickers and really never run out of stuff to use, if I'm honest. That's how many stickers I have. I just have a lot of, there's a lot of stickers in my house. I don't know where they all came from. Just like they showed up one day. You know what I mean? Wild. Wild. Okay. I think that's all that I'm going to put back here. So I'm going to put glue on all of these little pieces. And then we're going to do that like so. This one I think I'm going to put on top here. So get some glue on there. And I'm going to put this one on here. Actually, I think I'll move it down like that. And that's okay. This glue is going to dry clear. So we're all going to be safe and everything's going to be okay. And the world isn't going to spin off its axis because I got glue on something. So don't worry. Don't even worry about it. All right, and then that one can go there. And then I really do like, I like these sea stars on the top. What are they called? Starfish. Yes. So there's one, and then we're going to put another one on top. All right. So then I think I'll put it down here. Yeah, like that. Well, let's move it off the side a little. Perfect. Okay. So now this is our base. Isn't it cute? Oh, it's so cute. Okay. So we could put the little octopus swimming and he's all like, I don't know about that cluster she made down there with all that stuff. Seems suspicious. Or I also found these little fish and I thought, oh my gosh, I could put a little fish in here. And I was like, well, you know, I could put more fishes in here than just one. But then I found this. And I think this is what we're going to do. So I was like, yes, yes, yes. So the other fish in this book is this fish, only outside. It's this color and it's facing the same way. So I didn't want to use that fish in two places because then it would feel a little off kilter because it would be too same, you know? So I will put this fish here like so. All right, and then I want to glue this little fishbowl down here as my focal point, right? Actually, if I can get him behind this coral, that would be great. So let's do that. And then you're just gonna love the word choice that I made, and then you're gonna see the whole story come together. Because right now you're like, I'm not quite following, but I think I'm following. You're gonna be following in just a very hot minute. I promise. I really do promise. So now we have this, right? Watch. Here's my word choice. Create your own whimsical world. Get it? So here's my thought. You have this fish in the fishbowl, but in the fish's mind, they're actually in the vast ocean with all of the different things surrounding them. They've got a buddy. They've got all of the sea life around them. Yeah, this is my thought. And then I was like, yes, create your own whimsical world, even if you're in a fishbowl. That's right. Even if you are in a fishbowl. I love it. Oh my gosh. I love it. And then the background, it looks very, what's the word I'm looking for? It looks like water, right? Like the reflection of light off of the water. Yeah. Oh, this is a good one. I think this is a good one. And we did it all in 15 minutes, so you didn't have to watch me hem and haw. And I could, you know, if I wanted, I could obviously still put this guy in here if I really wanted to, but I just don't think I need to. I mean, let's cut this part off first. Let's see, maybe I'm gonna change my mind. And that's my prerogative. I could cover up that starfish. Oh, yeah, we want to do that. All right, it's fine. I have more of those starfish. I'm not worried about covering it up. Oh, you're losing your starfish. I'm not losing my starfish. It's no big deal. There's more. I have so many Art by Marlene die cuts. Okay. Super duper cute. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. There we go. How adorable is that? Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, we did it. Day 17 in the books. Art by Marlene. It's a stencil. I know you're all very surprised that Laura got a stencil. I never got stencils. And it's got the best little quote. Day 19's coming up. If you want day 18, hop over to Marcee's channel. We're almost done, y'all. We are almost done. Can you believe it? I think we have like 2 weeks left, this week and next week. It's all wrapping up next week. Also, that means that August is going to be here. What? Wild. All right, y'all. I hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining me. Create your own whimsical world. Bye.